Aloha, I'm Naomi Hazelton, founder and publisher of Pacific Edge magazine, celebrating 16 years this year. We created the annual Pacific Edge magazine Women in Business issue years ago to showcase a beautiful voice for women in Hawaii and to honor these extraordinary leaders. Tonight's show marks the first time we are celebrating these individuals in a multimedia platform. The women that you will have an opportunity to meet excel in a diverse range of fields: retail, hospitality, real estate, nonprofit management, media, and more. As I meet and speak with women in leadership throughout our island community, I'm often struck that they find themselves sometimes in an unusual balancing act, trying to fulfill all of their obligations and still take care of themselves. In business, at times, women who are strong leaders may often be viewed as abrasive, and when they're not assertive enough, they can struggle to earn their team's respect. We will have an opportunity to get truly personal with 5 women who are successfully navigating these challenges and balancing their lives and careers with grace, passion, and tenacity. I hope that they project transparency, vulnerability, confidence, and of course, the joy that they realize through their personal and professional endeavors. We hope you enjoy the show. Sit back, relax, and please join us on our journey.
Hale means house and Puna means spring. We translated it to mean house of welcoming waters. All of our employees are trained to do everything. So a guest simply goes up to one staff member to engage and to request services, and that staff member is trained to be able to accommodate all their requests. It really is a great experience in an intimate boutique setting that we feel guests will find at Hlepuna.
Hlepuna means house of welcoming waters, and if you take a look around this beautiful property, you can understand why. It's really an oasis in Waikiki, and I'm so honored to be able to meet Julia Rigo here at Hlepuna. And tell us about the history. There's some amazing history behind this.
There is. We had some research done to really come up with a name that would be representative of the new property. And we were pleasantly surprised that the location of our hotel on Helemoa Road has a specialness to it. The fact that we're on Helemoa Road, an area right in front of our hotel, apparently a Hawaiian fisherman actually discovered a body of water by accidentally piercing the bedrock with his fisherman's tool called an o'o. And when he did, he discovered a spring of water. And the royalty that used to live here on Helemoa would actually dip into this body of water for healing, rejuvenation, and relaxation. So the name Hlepuna is how we derived what we call Hlepuna Waikiki right now. Hale means house, and Puna means spring. So we translated that to mean house of welcoming waters.
I love it, and I feel very, very welcome to be with
Thank
you. You are one of the amazing women we are featuring because of just what you've been through, your journey. You know, your journey is unique because you are local, you worked yourself up the ranks,
Yes.
And what do you think would be the biggest advice that you would give, you know, in terms of succeeding in this industry? It's such a big part of Hawaii,
Yes.
Hospitality.
Well, I think succeeding in this industry, I think you really have to love serving. You know, not a lot of people find that easy to do. But I think people in the hospitality industry, you'll see that the difference is that they really exude a pleasure to serve people. I think women in general have such great skill sets and great virtues. I think women have a natural way being connectors, communicators, and I think in times of challenge and crisis, women have demonstrated perseverance, strength, and emotional intelligence.
And mentors are really important.
Yes.
Who is your mentor?
Really have to say my mentor, I have to say is my mother. And the reason why is because she left the Philippines to come to the United States as a military wife. She had all of her children as my father, did his thing in the military. She also has been grounded in her faith and she has valued family life. And those are all values that I respect and hope to also be able to balance in my own journey.
I think she'd be very proud of you. I think she is proud of you.
Thank you.
Hi, Mom. So here in Hawaii, real estate is a way of life. And Corcoran Pacific Properties is one of the exclusive companies that really owns the industry when it comes to luxury, raising the bar in excellence in real estate. And look at this view. Isn't it just
amazing?
She took the word out of my mouth. But yeah, it's really about these types of properties that characterize the life here in Hawaii. And this is the kind of job you get to have.
I know, it's like a matchmaking job, you know? So you find somebody who falls in love with the property and you just make it work.
Yeah, you make dreams come true.
Yeah.
I'm here with Ruthie Kaminskas, and it's such an important job that you do.
Yeah.
And, you know, how is that? You know, you are raising teenagers, college.
Well, you know what? I really, really love not only selling houses and connecting with people, but selling the lifestyle. And I think this might be one of the best places in the world to raise children. You know, we really can take away sort of that materialistic level that we find in a lot of communities internationally, especially when you have, you know, affluence. And I feel like Hawaii, everybody is affluent. You know, everybody's got what everybody wants, and that is the lifestyle, the ocean, the mountains, and the ability to connect, right? And that's what I think Hawaii is all about.
Yeah, and real estate, again, is so competitive these days, as we said. What is one of your biggest, I guess, pieces of advice that you would give someone but would be interested in a career in real estate? 'Cause
what people don't understand when they get their real estate license is they think it's really just about selling houses. That's not it. It's a people business. It's about making your client, whether they're going to sell their house or whether they're going to buy the house, making sure that you let them know that you're an expert in your field, that you understand all of the angles, all of the trials, all the tribulations, meeting their needs, making them feel good, and making them understand that you are on their side.
Definitely. And Ruthie, we want to know about you personally also. I know you can speak Italian and you are an adventurer. Tell us about one of your most favorite memories of your, I guess, adventures of the world.
Gosh, you know, after my undergraduate at University of Michigan, I went and lived in Europe. And I studied in Europe. I lived in Rome, Italy, but it gave me an opportunity to just travel all over that part of the world. I think one of my most fun memories is climbing Kilimanjaro. I have gone down the Amazon by myself before, you know, working with indigenous people. And, you know, Hawaii, I mean, Hawaii's filled with adventure. I mean, I got to do Ironman triathlon here. I mean, it's just a place that I see why everybody wants to live here.
And especially in a place like this. So again, congratulations. It's amazing to meet a woman like you with such a diverse portfolio of success and achievement.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed speaking with you.
Aloha, I'm Naomi Hazelton, founder and publisher of Pacific Edge magazine.
And I'm Annalisa Burgos, news anchor at KITV4 Island News.
I'm so excited. We're celebrating 16 years this year, Annalisa, and I'm so happy you're joining me today.
Of course, you are in charge of a wonderful issue that's coming out, and that's what's gathering us here today.
Yes, you are correct. I'm really excited. I woke up one night and I said, ooh, I'd love to do a Women in Business television show created by Pacific Edge magazine and KITV4, and here we are. We're going to be celebrating some amazing, amazing, wonderful, powerful, fabulous women.
Exactly, because especially during the pandemic, it's been really tough for so many of us, and it's important to see these inspiring stories of women that are doing it all, not just working, but raising families, being part of boards, nonprofit boards, giving back to the community, and really succeeding in everything that they set their minds to.
Goddesses, true goddesses.
I love it. I love it. And Naomi, you yourself can be a bit of a goddess as well.
You know, I love what I do. I love people. And, you know, when you know who you are, you really get to understand what your mission and your passion is. And I love to connect people. I'm a connector. And bringing people together in order to not only elevate their lives, but to elevate their professional growth is so key and important to me. And, you know, these women that'll be on this show are just all unique in their own way.
And this is what I love about what you do, about what this issue does, about the show, is that it really highlights what we need to be thinking about when we're moving out of the pandemic, when we're refocusing, recharging, and just being inspired by these amazing stories that we're sharing today. What are some of the, I guess, advice or something that you can bring to our public in terms of, you know, going forward and doing great things in the society?
I think the first thing I would say is always have self-confidence. I would definitely state to never give up. After 16 years, I've been up and down. It's been a roller coaster ride, especially with the pandemic. And every morning I wake up and I say, you've got this. Go out and make it a great day. And whatever you do, make sure you do it for others. It's service above self, really. And in that capacity, it's knowing to never give up. You know, you're going to get there some way, but always have that spirit within you to shine, to be true to yourself.
I love that message, Naomi. And I'm excited to share all of these stories and these amazing women with you tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are excited. We're going to be back in just a moment.
I am smart.
I help others.
I am strong.
I like challenges. I love to laugh.
I am caring.
I make a difference. I am a Sacred Hearts girl.
Become who you want to be at Sacred Hearts Academy. Now enrolling preschool through grade 12. Online and on-campus options available. Call 734-5058 or visit sacredhearts.org for more information.
Saks Fifth Avenue, everyone knows it as the ultimate name in retail luxury. And we have the VP, Shelly Kramer, with us today. But we're actually going to focus on one of her side passions, a big passion of hers. Tell us about that.
One of my passions is supporting the youth as well as our local community. And a big part of my life right now is at Sacred Hearts Academy. It's the largest all-girls school on the island. And I developed a program 5 years ago called Girls Got Grit.
And that's important because you, as a local girl from Kalihi Valley, and just being able to move up the ranks and be at a high-level position at Saks Fifth Avenue, I mean, you're just giving back, it sounds like. Tell us about that program.
So as you know, a lot of children here in Hawaii, when they grow up and they go away to college, they feel they can't come back home. There's limited job opportunity, and although they want to come home, they're trying to find, what can I do here? So with this program, I've partnered with prominent women leaders of Hawaii today, encouraging them that there is opportunity here. Not only do they provide leadership, but basically how to deal with everyday life. What were their struggles in getting to the top, into that C-suite? And so they actually have great conversations, learning about the real world and how they can overcome and what lies ahead for them. So really inspired, motivating, and the mentors, I believe, also get rewarded as well.
And I agree with you. I think especially in this difficult time, there's a lot of mothers out there that are rethinking having to go back to work, and is it worth it, because we really want to, you know, be there for our children. And you mentioned breathing during the pandemic. It gave us a chance to just step back. You're high level, girl. You're VP. Like, how did you step back?
You know, it actually forced me, right? I am going 100 miles an hour, you know, going out, a lot of functions, events, just working late. And with COVID, it actually put a stop to everything. And I think at that point, I saw my kids differently. Hence, my topic for this year's GGG program was Breathe. I think a lot of kids were going through struggles of anxiety, with zooming in from school, not being able to see their friends. Some may have gone through depression. The girls created a website this year, talking about the symptoms. What are the signs of stress? And the most important thing is they found solutions of how the girls could deal with it. And so they had fun doing it. The mentors had a fun time coaching and mentoring the girls, and we came up with a product that all the girls or anyone that goes to our website would be able to see and use it.
Oh, I love to see and use it. And I think at any age, it's so important for self-care.
Yes.
And I love that you are teaching these girls at a young age about it now. Amazing work you're doing, Shelly. So inspirational to our women out there of any age. So thank you so much. And again, wonderful, amazing work here at Sacred Hearts Academy and Saks Fifth Avenue.
Thank you.
Aloha, I'm Cheryl Williams, Chair of the Hawaii Lodging Tourism Association. To each of the amazing women and outstanding leaders that are being recognized by Pacific Edge Magazine, Women in Business. Our very own Julie Arrigo, General Manager of Hlepuna, and Sandy Navarez of the Ritz Carlton Residence. These women lead the way when it comes to empowering female leaders and their advancement within our industry. Congratulations to you both.
The Chamber of Commerce of Hawaii is the voice of business here, and you may recognize this familiar face. You were really the voice of business during COVID, even before the pandemic. And Sherry Minora McNamara, always good to see you.
Always good to see you as well.
And we've talked a lot because of how important it is to advocate for businesses here.
I enjoy every minute of it. I believe in the mission, advocate for business. My mom was a small business owner in Hilo. She's had her business for over 40 years. And so I understood and I understand the trials and tribulations that businesses go through, the blood, sweat, tears. That's real. And my mom is just one business of many businesses here that make up the fabric of our local community.
No wonder you're so passionate about it. And Hilo girl. Hilo girl.
But I was raised in Hilo and spent my summers in Pahoa. My grandparents lived there, my dad's side, his parents, and they had a farm. So the people don't know that I actually worked on a farm, picked up macadamia nuts, cracked my thumb here and there, picked anthuriums, and that's how I made my allowance, sell them in the local town. It was fun times, but when you think back, those are some of the things you learn, the hard work, the work ethic, and the values that you get from your grandparents as well as your parents.
And I think that's what makes you so relatable, I think, when we see you talking about business, because you have that passion. You can see it whenever you talk about, fighting for the rights of business owners, especially during the pandemic. And a lot of us are women. Yeah. Women entrepreneurs or women-owned businesses. I guess as you were going through your own journey this past year, what were some of the insight you could give that, maybe could inspire our viewers out there?
Yeah, it's all about mindset. I think we all had our challenges, right, initially, because no one had a playbook. No one knew what was going to happen. No one knew what the timeline was for this. So I think once you just get a good grip and have that mindset and the mindset to continue to push forward and to work with each other, that's what I learned from this, is that we've created much more partnerships, collaborations, and people wanting to work together for the greater good, if you will, to ensure that our state will get through this and get back on the path of economic recovery. And we are seeing that.
So I feel there's this positive outlook. Yeah. Do you see that as well?
I think so. It's this cautious optimism as we see more economic activity, we see more neighborhoods, businesses bustling. It provides us hope, right? And get people back to work as well. And now it's a matter of just recovery as well as staying resilient.
And we are so lucky to have you as the voice of business here in Hawaii. We need that empathy, that column of strength that everyone looks forward to.
Well, thank you.
Aloha, I'm Terry Orton, General Manager of the Hawaii Convention Center.
I would like to share a special mahalo to our team of women leaders who work tirelessly to keep the Hawaii Convention Center meetings, events, and gatherings running smoothly. These women oversee all of our operations, ensuring that the center continues to be a global leader in meetings and events. And to the women leaders being recognized in the segment, mahalo for all you do. And on behalf of the Hawaii Convention Center, we look forward to seeing you soon. Aloha.
Eliminating racism and empowering women is a huge part of YWCA Oahu's mission. Its newest Enterprising Women of Color Business Center supports this by helping minority women-owned businesses grow right here in Hawaii.
All you have to do to participate in our workshops or counseling is go to our website. That's ywcaoahu.org/mbda-ewoc.
Brought to you by YWCA Oahu.
So the Ritz Carlton Residences in Waikiki Beach is known to be the premier residential luxury property here right in the heart of Waikiki. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And of course we have Sandy Narvez. She's the Director of Sales and Marketing. And your whole job really is to promote this wonderful property and share these dreams of vacationers and your visitors and your guests.
It really is sharing the joy for our guest experiences. You know, we have such an amazing opportunity to join our guests and maybe a once in a lifetime, or maybe it's a one trip, family trip a year, and to really make that special for them.
Mm-hmm. And I feel it. Look at this beautiful view right behind us. And of course, you know, you are a local girl, born and raised, Mililani.
Yes.
And I guess your journey to climbing up the corporate ladder has been a really good one, a strong one. Tell us about how you got to where you are today.
Well, you know, I've been blessed. I've been blessed to be able to be born and raised here, to grow my career here. I wanted others to know, and I wanted to know for myself, it's possible. It's possible to stay home. It's possible to take advantage of the opportunities that are here at home, and there's so much to learn. So, you know, what I wanted others to know is that you can do it. You have to be maybe a little more aggressive than we're used to here locally, and instead of just cruising, really going after your dreams and being able to stay home, and more importantly, give back to the community that raised you.
Yeah, and you have 2 children, I understand, yes. And being a mom and juggling this career and giving back to the community, that's a lot of work. How do you keep going? What motivates you?
You know, I think what it is that taking the time for yourself, taking that quiet moment, even if it's 5 minutes a day to self-reflect, it gives you the opportunity to see, hey, where can I improve and how can I contribute more to the world? And by helping others, it fills your cup, and it makes you value those around you that really help you and love you. And what motivates me is making sure that I am living my priorities the way that feels good to me. My family is my number one priority, so I make sure that the quality time I give to them is truly quality. But in addition to that, they have to see that mom is doing what makes her happy, right? I love my career. I love doing what I do. I work in a beautiful place. I work with wonderful people. So there has to be joy in that, and they have to be able to see it. So, you know, I go after it aggressively. I make sure I'm efficient so I can spend time with my kids. And when I have time with them, I make sure the time is well worth spent.
Yeah, and I think the pandemic has really highlighted for us just how important it is to take that time to be with family, because we're go, go, go all the time. And we appreciate all the hard work you do, uplifting other women and holding it down at home too, girl. So, of course, that was Sandy Narvez, Ritz-Carlton Residences, beautiful place. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Really enjoyed it.
Hi, my name is Lisa Neginskaya. I have been an esthetician for over 17 years, and I love making people feel and look beautiful. Here at the EN Signature Brows and Beauty Studio, I offer a vast variety of beauty treatments. For more information on services and prices, please visit our website at www.en-beauty.com. You can call us at 808-797-5757 to schedule your complimentary consultation.
What chance encounter changed your life forever?
I know it's meeting my husband, and I've been blessed with 2 beautiful girls. So, and that changed my life forever. In a good way, in a good way. Yeah.
What have you created that you are most proud of?
Oh, that's my children.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud that they're brave. They're brave enough to be themselves. And I'm so proud that we have the opportunity to allow them to be themselves. And that's what it's all about. It's about supporting one another and embracing one another's strengths.
Yes.
And supporting one another when we feel like we've fallen a bit.
We're never perfect, and we need each other.
Yes.
And children are so gorgeous.
If you could tell your younger self some advice, what would it be?
That it's okay to be vulnerable, because I think early on you just feel like you have to do everything right, perfect, not ask for help, not ask questions. So if I would tell myself back when I was younger that it's okay to be vulnerable, because that's when you learn the most, that's when you're most curious, and that can help you along the way. So I think that would be one thing that I would tell myself.
What do you tell my younger self? I definitely, if I could go back, like I'm thinking, I think my adult life really occurred when I moved to Italy after undergrad. And I think that I would today, if I could go in there, say, don't try to be so responsible. Don't get me wrong, I did a lot of fun, stupid things. But I tell you, the opportunities that we get to actually just not worry and not be responsible, there's so few in between.
It's true.
It is true.
The advice I would give my younger self is that it's okay to admit you don't know.
Oh, that's true.
Wow.
Yeah. That's true.
I think when I was younger, and I'm sure many women think this, that they've got to prove that they can do something. But I find that if you ask questions and you admit you don't know, you actually get that much further.
Yeah, of course.
Than to fake it.
Right.
That was fun.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
To friendship.
Yes.
And to connecting.
Living Pono is an important part of our culture at Watanabe Floral, treating everyone with aloha and putting people first. We are committed to working for a healthier community and brightening days with the joy of flowers. Watanabe Floral, bringing happiness to you.
I do hope you enjoyed tonight's show as much as I love speaking with these amazing women. They are fearless leaders and risk takers who are willing to get out of their comfort zones while still understanding who they truly are. I am so grateful that they were willing to share their stories, their lessons learned, creative ideas, and what makes them tick. My wish is they provided both inspiration, motivation, and innovation for all of you. Thank you for joining us for Pacific Edge Magazine's Women in Business annual program, and we hope that you will join us again. Mahalo.